Hey all, Hipper here. So Aaron was getting a little bit upset that there wasn't enough Agile Minotaur videos for him, so I think I'll take it one step further and give him yet another Agile Des Moines video. We all love those, right? Because Agile Des Moines is just, yeah, it's actually pretty good. Surprisingly, compared to how bad Baltimore is, Agile Des Moines, it's not bad really. So I'm also lucky enough to get one of my favorite maps and my favorite spawn on this map over here at A, because like so many people throw the game by not going for the A cap, and it's super easy. All you have to do is get in there and just you know, take the cap and just make it hard for the enemy to dislodge you. And you know, Des Moines doesn't have torpedoes, but neither does any of the other ships on the red side over here. So it's going to be a bit of a stalemate, and that's fine, because, you know, as long as they don't get the cap, they're not getting any tickets either. And there's no destroyer over here, so we're taking on the role of holding the cap, so we don't just give it away, right? You can see my other two ships spawning over here. They are, well, they are practically at the border. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's not helpful. But that's what I'm saying. Like, get in there, hold the cap, and then just pray that at some point your team will realize that if they don't do anything, then they're going to lose. Because I see so many times when, like, people who spawn over here, they just abandon the cap right off the get-go, and that's like, you're going to lose if you do that. It's very, very simple. So I always play this map and this spawn and pretty much any other map when it's domination the same way. You know, get in there, hold the cap, get somewhere in good cover if you can, and if you can push, you push. If you can't push, then you just try to wear down the enemy until you can push. And that's what's happening here, because these guys aren't giving up either. And I lost the cruiser over here. I don't even know how that happened, because he was far away, but at least the battleship is pushing in. So I'm not left completely on my own, and that's probably the reason this Yamato here is turning around, is because the battleship is pushing. If he wasn't pushing, that Yami would probably continue further on to the left, and at some point get access to my broadside. And you know, I could retreat, but I don't retreat. And so if that was to happen, I would just angle the best I could to the Yamato, and you know, sooner or later I would get sunk. And hopefully the team would learn from that, right? On probably, maybe not. So as nice as it is to have battleship backup, you can see that he's going broadside on to the cruiser, and you know, that's not great. He should have, yeah, not pushed that far. He's overextending now, and he's getting crossfired, and it's just a matter of time before he sinks, really. And that's unfortunate, of course, but there's not much you can do about it. At least in his death throes here, he's pushing the cruiser out of the cap. So unless I get reset, I might just be able to actually grab the cap here. And at least that'll give us a foothold over on this flank here. Because we're still fighting for the C cap. No one has made a claim for the B cap. So this game is still very much up in the air. The Reds are ahead on points, but that's just temporary. And if I can secure this cap here, we're going to have a much better chance at winning. Except we're down 2 ships. So that's a bit of a problem. But if we can hold the caps and, you know, just defend, which is a lot easier than attacking, then, you know, we should have this battle here padded down. So the problem over here is the Alaska, because he's bow on, and he is determined, just like me, to hold this cap for as long as possible, which is like the right thing to do, definitely. And as much as I can, you know, pepper this guy with HC, already got the Witherer there. As long as he's bow on, it's limited what I can actually accomplish over here. Now he gets rammed by his battleship. I mean, battleship players, what an interesting group of people they are. Anyway, like I said, the Alaska is the problem here, because burning this guy down, he's half health still. And I mean, I have an agile build on my Des Moines here, so I don't have the fastest reload or the highest fire chance I can get. So this is going to take a while here. It's probably not going to take much longer than an actual damage build, maybe 1 or 2 salvos longer. But it is still really annoying. But I mean, it's a pretty good play by this Alaska here, and he's angling towards the both of us, the battleship and me, and just making us waste time over here, because you know, we need to take this cap. The cap is ours. We need to get rid of these red ships here so we can like come around the island and hit the remaining red's broadside. And time is of the essence, and he knows that. Well, I'm assuming he knows that, because wow, he is dragging this as long as he possibly can, and it's simply taking too long. So he's not going to get any help from his battleship, because typical battleship, at the first smell of fire, it's just running towards the edge of the map, and I mean, that's the worst you can do. But the Alaska is standing his ground, and he is, you know, determined to make this last for as long as he possibly can, and that's the right move here, because we are losing ships at an alarming rate now. We're down 3 battleships and 1 cruiser to their 1 battleship and 1 cruiser. So I mean, again, battleships and battleship players, how do you lose 3 battleships halfway into the battle? That should be impossible. Unless, of course, you're broadside or you rush into torpedoes or something like that. And yeah, it's just a real problem in the game at the moment, and it's also one of the reasons that I need to take a break sometimes. So just keeping an eye on the Yami here for when he fires, so we can dodge the salvo. And you wasted your salvo there. You got nothing out of that, and that's really satisfying in Agile cruisers. It's those battleships that think they've got you, but actually you are keeping an eye on them, and they fire, and then they miss, and you set them on fire afterwards. It's one of the greatest pleasures in this game here, I think, and that's one of the reasons the Agile cruisers are just so much fun. So because we are held up over here like that, see, the Alaska is still in the game, and he's been holding us off for about 5 minutes now. And we cannot leave this cap, because they'll just take it, cap, and they will be, you know, in a whole other world of pain. You see the Alaska, he is a real naughty boy, and I'm lucky he's not shooting at me there, but I did check my ingenious before I turned. So just checking, is he targeting me or not? But of course he could have changed his target very quickly. So we're getting him down now with 7 minutes to go, and it's been taking too long. And it's a good play by that guy, it really is, because you know, we lost a destroyer in the meantime. I wasn't able to get over to B to defend my destroyer, which is what I really wanted to do. But just simply because we were stuck over there for so long, burning down that Alaska there, well, that was pretty much the loss there, and we're down to 3 blue ships now. But we have managed to sink a few red ones, and we are ahead on points now. So best bet is to win this battle here on points. So obviously I'm heading to B because there's a destroyer there. It should be an easy kill. And unfortunately now they're grabbing C as well. So now things are looking quite bad, actually. So here in a minute I'm gonna have to make a choice. Do I go for the cap or do I go for the destroyer? And you can see that we are ahead on points here. And yeah, I was kind of assuming that the destroyer would go for the cap, but then I realized that I don't know what he's doing. He's on top of a battleship over there, and there he got like finished off. So yeah, I probably should have gone for the cap here, trying to keep our point lead. And yeah, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, watching this battle here again, I probably should have gone straight for the cap and just ignored the destroyer. Yeah. Anyway, it's you know, it's always easy to second guess these things here. So anyway, Agile Des Moines, is it worth it? I actually think it is. I know I'm never going to tell Aaron that, but I actually think it's, you know, it's not the best Agile cruiser out there because it doesn't have torpedoes, but it's not bad. I mean, I don't really make much use of the Agile build in this game because I was stuck over there at A for so long. But as you can see here, it's quite like adept, nifty, and you know, not too bad, and also fun to play. It's certainly a lot more fun than playing it the usual way that I play, where you know, it's more of a damage dealer. So here I'm going to go for the B cap, but as you can see, the Polo has got me dead to rights. So if I continue going for the cap, I'm gonna get citadeled out of this world here. So I'm gonna have to go bow in until he fires, and he's taking a long time to fire because he's waiting for me to go broadside, and I'm waiting for him to fire. And yeah, at the same time, the destroyer is having a field day at my broadside. You can see he's just waiting for me, and obviously I can't do it. If I turn, I will probably get deleted here. So I don't really have a choice. I could stop, but I don't know what else is coming for me. So we're just gonna continue straight for the island here, and then we're gonna take a chance here, hoping that we can deflect most of his shells. And it did work okay, not the best, but I think he fired a little bit early there. And now I'm just flat broadside to him, and just waiting to get deleted here, because I'm also the last ship left now, and just thinking, let's just see if we can get 200k before we get deleted, and that'll be the end of the game here. So, you know, Agile Des Moines, it's not as bad as you would think. It's certainly not as bad as an Agile Baltimore by any means, or Agile Cleveland for that matter, or anything like that. And sure, I mean, it works. It works pretty well, and you're not gonna, you know, miss out on damage much, I think. But of course, you will lose battles once in a while. So that was an Agile Des Moines, people, and I haven't forgotten about Legends. I will do videos still, don't worry. So I hope you enjoyed it. See you out there.